Daily sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Las Vegas, Nevada. The atmosphere here, electric. No matter the venue, the home folks love their silver and black. They are fired up as their Raiders get set to face off with the Los Angeles Chargers. And we are underway here in Las Vegas. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. First carry for Josh Jacobs. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. These two teams met up earlier in the year, back in Week 4. This, the second meeting between these two division rivals. You might recall they met earlier in the year. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. From the gun, it's Carr. And he hits his target. It's Kenny Stills. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well. Here's Carr. Throw right side, going to be caught by Waller. They find some open field here. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 25 yards that time.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Carr now on first down. And he will find his man Ruggs. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards.
First and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Here's the first carry for Kenyon Drake. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the Chargers' 5-yard line.
From the 5, 2nd and 4.
It's our time. It's our time. Check safety, check safety. Watch the edge.
Carr, a handoff here to Drake. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. They go with Jacobs. And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Raiders drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. Here comes Nasir Adderley from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
A good gain on 1st has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Here's Herbert. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 1st down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. He's got it to Williams. And some room to work. Yeah, he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
Well, I mean to jump in on you, partner, but they didn't waste any time getting downfield, did they? I mean, a nice big play there.
3 plays, 3 successful plays in plus territory. Now this defense on its heels a bit.
It seems like they had something targeted there, doesn't it? It's like, okay, we've got a matchup we like coming right out of the gate. Let's go ahead and get right to it.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 30-yard line. Now it's Herbert. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked by Nick Kwiatkowski. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line. How big is that penalty? Wipe out the INT.
You'd hate to be the teammate that caused that penalty and wiped out the interception. You got to face that guy in the locker room. Not a lot of fun for you, and you hurt your squad.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Here's Herbert. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1. They'll try to pick up the 1st with Eckler. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the 1st down as he's tackled at the 1. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. Trying to punch it in with Eckler. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler, touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Well, we have seen the stiff arm get a bit of renaissance here in recent seasons, and that was pure strength there as he forced his way into the end zone.
And when you think of guys who use the stiff arm so effectively, I go back to guys like Earl Campbell, Walter Payton, some recent guys like Marshawn Lynch. Let's go to the Wayback Machine. Bronco Nagurski, he dealt out a wicked stiff arm.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
On second down, it's Drake. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That burst good for 20 and a first down. One thing that's great about watching him run, Charles, he doesn't hesitate. He got to the left side of his O-line and just went.
So there's two ways to look at that. One, just absolutely unconcerned, just takes off and goes. But more the latter, I think, which is he has absolute confidence in the guys in front of him, the guys doing the blocking for him. He just takes it and goes with abandon.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And some room to roam now. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big run there, 29 yards and a first. Got to give a nod of appreciation to some of those guys up front over on that left side. Several key blocks sprung him.
No appreciation for the guys from the backside that didn't allow any leakage, anybody could run him down from the backside.
They're at the kids' table.
Okay, so front side guys, good.
Yeah.
Backside guys,
meh.
That's what you're supposed to do.
I've had better.
Okay, either way, worked out quite well, didn't it? A nice sizable gain.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Henry Ruggs, the intended receiver, but it'll be second down. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. Bulldozes past him, and they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. 54 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. Jacobs, and he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Raiders have taken the lead. So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the 2nd time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack, and you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line, and he's able to take it into the end zone.
On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Herbert now.
27-yard line.
And it's hauled in by Jared Cook. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Casey Hayward makes the tackle.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
On 2nd and 7, Herbert. Williams brings it in. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 38-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 38. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Herbert. And that's complete to the right side. It's Allen. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 27-yard line. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. Running on first down, Eckler. Heck of a broken tackle, but only able to work this down near the 23. Jonathan Hankins in on the stop.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. This is a counter play. Eckler. And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. A handoff, it's Eckler. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Call it a gain of 3, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. And now following that last play, I do believe we're going to get a review here. Yes, indeed, the red flag is out. So winds up a very smart decision to throw the flag. They reset the spot, and now that's a first down. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. They'll run here with Eckler. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7. Second down and 8. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
They go back to the ground, this time Jacobs. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
And trying to get it to Ruggs, but it's intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 21-14.
Chargers 21, Raiders 14.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And with just under a minute to go, they might try to think about mounting a drive here if they can and get in the end zone. Could potentially tie this game up. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. Henry Ruggs, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Completing it here to Marvin Jones. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
First and 10 at the 40.
Throwing on first down is Carr. Steps away to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. Oh, wide open. Complete. And he's finally out of bounds, but he's taken it all the way down to the 8.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
A chance now to get even before the break as they come up first and goal. Now Carr again. And it's caught. That's good for a gain of 6, second and goal. Now the Raiders going to burn their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Hey, we got to get this stop here, D. 49's the mic. Watch 49. 6 man.
On play action, it's Carr. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. It's a loss of 4 on what ought to be the final act of this first half. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And he will be brought down as time has now run out on this first half of action. So we have reached halftime intermission with the visiting Chargers on top. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. Now whistles and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. They started on the ground with Eckler. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 61 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On the give, this is Eckler. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
On 2nd and a couple. Herbert over the middle, complete. That's Williams. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A Charger first there as Herbert finds Williams.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 39-yard line. Justin Herbert looking to pass. This is intercepted. Picked by Nick Kwiatkowski. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
He's got a man, complete, past the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Henry runs 77 yards. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up. For Henry Ruggs, he was the fastest runner at the 2020 Combine, ran the 40 in 4.27. That is fast, folks, and that speed in evidence there.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
And if we turn to the next-gen stats, the final clocking, well, it's ridiculous. 22.5 miles an hour. The Charger drive about to get going. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off at the 48. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
Now whistles here, and I believe one of the Raider linemen might have been moving. And maybe they were coming with a blitz that time, and it caused a jump.
I think if we saw it, you know that they saw it. Might have been a little discussion down there. Bad guys coming. Pick them up. Pick them up. And someone jumped.
Running from the shotgun with Drake. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Kenneth Murray, the linebacker, there to make the play defensively.
But obviously they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead now, they're dealing with second and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now. Now on second and 13. Carr. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Hey, you're an island over there. Single receiver. 93. 93. Express. Tight end's right. Watch tight. Tight end's right. Mike 38. Mike 38. We want this.
Throwing his car on third down. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
This offense converted once on fourth down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. They'll go for it. It's Carr. Going deep here for Stills. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. Quite a decision there on fourth down. They didn't just want the first. They wanted 6 points, and following the interception, they're going to come away with neither.
And that's too bad, partner, because they really...
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. The thing that they'll be looking at is a spot of the football, and this is always such a tough one for officials to get exactly right.
Not just because of how fast the game's going, but just trying to get the right sight line to the football.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. The CD, I mean, there are touchdown runs, and then there are touchdown runs, and that one certainly fell into the latter category. That deserves a couple exclamation points.
And they've had little to no success stopping him on the ground all game long, because that's his 3rd touchdown of the game, and by far the best touchdown of the bunch. They came into this game knowing that they needed to rely on him, and the defense knew they needed to slow him down, Yet he's delivered in a big way, and he's been sensational.
And you can see on the next-gen stats here, his total distance covered close to 90 yards that time. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down.
And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. Uchenna Nwosu coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
Hey, 4 down, 4 down. 40 is the mic. Hey, man, watch the boot, watch the boot.
Another try after the 1st down sack. Carr, flush to his right. Man open, here is Jones. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
On 1st down, Carr. On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Mark 38, Mark 38, Mark 38. Coming.
On 2nd down, it's Drake. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. Shotgun now for Carr. Complete to his running back, Kenyon Drake. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That one goes for 24 yards.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And that one's going to be off target and incomplete. The intended receiver there, Kenyon Drake. That'll bring up 2nd down.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. On the give, this is Drake. Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Here's Carr to throw. It's complete. Stills. And he is going to have the Raiders 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A 3rd down gain of 19. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Carr, a handoff here to Drake. And a short pickup there down to about the 9.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Here's Drake one more time on second down. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. In search of 8 yards on third down. They've already converted 2 of these on this drive, 2 for 2. Now Carr. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
One score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now Carr, got to have this one. And he finds Waller in the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Darren Waller with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Raiders are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. So right back to square one. Tied at 28 as he kicks it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. So we will start here at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. And a good physical run that time. He's going to wind up gaining 5 on that one.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a 1st down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
A gain of 12. 1st down, Los Angeles.
Here is Eckler. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Second and 9. Back to throw here, Herbert. Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Here's Herbert. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. Here's Ty Long now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. This is brought in at the 21, and he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return, and the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter. They'll start the drive with Drake. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. Joey Bosa in on the stop.
Nice satisfying run on 1st down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
Here's Drake one more time on 2nd down. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
On 3rd and short, Drake. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
I like this focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need 1. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up 2.
Carr now on 1st down. And this is going to be intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. In a tie game 4th quarter, that's about as big of a defensive play as you can possibly make.
And it didn't happen by accident. That was scouting right there. They've seen things that have happened before. They knew in certain situations the type of plays they like to run, read it, and were able to go after the football, get it, and take it into the end zone for a touchdown for themselves.
Taking it about the 1. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
23-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And can they regroup? That's the question. The pick 6 hurt, no doubt, but this is still a 1-score game here in the 4th. And the drive starts with a completion left side. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down.
At the 48-yard line.
Man, I got you.
Carr now to throw. And his throw is incomplete. Darren Waller, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down. But we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Play action to Drake, now Carr. He'll find his tight end, that's Waller. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. They've got another 1st down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now. Now Carr on the bootleg. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. Uchenna Nwosu picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Another try after the first down sack. Carr, now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he'll bring it all the way back, just a yard or two shy of midfield. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. The Charger drive about to get going. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
At their 49-yard line.
It's Eckler again. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. Herbert now to throw. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Here's Ty Long now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Carr. He'll buy some time right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. I see you nodding your head up and down. It's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Carr. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Linval Joseph in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. So now Carr and the Raiders dealt a 3rd and long after that sack. Now Carr. He's going to let it fly. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he is across and in for the score. And now they can tie the game in the final stages with the extra point.
Or they can go for 2 and go for the win. Obviously, the excitement level here is almost a fever pitch. Down one, is tempted to go for two. I say you go ahead and kick the extra point. You got the home crowd carried into overtime.
I'm with you. I do see some fans, though, holding up 2 fingers. Easy now.
Yeah, but they're not the ones who have to actually make that call, are they?
And now the decision is to go for 2. A gutsy call, and this, in effect, is your ball game right here. One final try now for Carr. And they don't get it. It's incomplete. They gambled for the win, and they trailed by 1 here in the final moments. So with a second to play, they essentially need a recovery and a run back. And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. A big mistake in that spot. You got to let it go, Tim.
They didn't give themselves a chance. They had an opportunity, touched it first. Now they're in a really bad spot.
Herbert to a knee, and that should just about write it into this one. So this one's over. It's in the win column for the LA Chargers. And we talk so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all, and they go on to victory.
They look like a smooth operation in this one, didn't they? Because you look at every facet of the game, they handled their business. Offense took care of the football, converted it into point. Defense took the ball away, gave it back to the offense. Special teams right there with them. That's the type of game a coach is going to really love and value. And when they show the film, they have to be careful not to give out too many kudos and kill their motivation going forward.
So for the Chargers, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And that is maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but a better-than-average season nonetheless. Meanwhile, for Las Vegas, the loss here is their 10th of the season. And it will be a disappointing finish to the regular season, no doubt.